Today in the garden, I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 top tips for beginner gardeners. Now, if you've just started gardening, it can be quite overwhelming. There are so many variables. What light position, what soil type, does this do better in a pot or in the ground? It can be quite overwhelming, but hopefully today I'll simplify them as best as you can so that you can have a nice, easy start to your gardening journey. First things first, let's talk about light position because this likes shade and part shade and this likes full sun. And what on earth does that mean? Well, it couldn't be any simpler. If you've got a south-facing garden, it's predominantly sunny. It gets over 6 hours worth of sun. So flowers like this will absolutely love it. If it's a north-facing garden, it doesn't get much full sun at all. Ferns and Fatsias love full shade. But then you have things like partial shade, which is normally east-facing or west-facing. And it just simply means it gets a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade. Next up on my list is soil type. Now, there are 2 main soil types that you'll hear of when you're gardening, which is free draining or clay soil. And the long and short of it is free draining will allow it to, well, free drain, which means it dries a little quicker, whereas clay soil will retain onto that moisture a lot more. So anything that likes really wet roots, clay soil is ideal for. Now, if you don't know the difference between the two, you can do a really simple test called the mud ball test. Simply take some of your soil, and I've soaked this in some water, and make a ball with it. If it feels like it's crumbling apart like this, then it's free draining soil. But if it maintains that shape or becomes a spongy, pliable ball, it's clay. Third up on my list is watering, whether it's overwatering or underwatering. Now, ideally, you want to keep your soil fairly moist so it maintains its shape and doesn't fully dry out. If it dries out, it could be hard and an absolute pain. And you don't want to overwater either because you can cause something known as root rot, and that's a pain. So how do you know whether you've overwatered or underwatered? It's super simple. Take your plants, whether it's in the ground or in a pot, put 2 fingers directly in the soil and push down about 2-3 inches. If it feels moist, then it's absolutely fine. You can leave it as is. If it's really, really soaked, leave it for a while. And if it's really dry, give it a drink. The 4th item is where to plant and spacing. And the label on your plant is going to help you massively. So look for this fern, for example. It's approximately 50 centimeters wide. So I know that this would do absolutely fine in a fairly decent sized pot in its final size, and I won't have to worry about it overgrowing it. Now, spacing wise, a little bit different. Because this is going to be 50 centimeters wide, I know that half of that is going to be about 25 centimeters. So plant something 25 centimeters apart, and then they won't overlap, and it will keep them happy and with their own nutrients. My 5th and final piece of advice for you is take it easy and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Chances are you're going to plant something wrong. It's not going to make it, but learn from that. And as a result, you'll do better next year. And it's not just beginner gardeners who make mistakes too. This is supposed to be cauliflower, and I forgot to water it. So it's looking like anything but cauliflower.